Hello wrestling fans, the Wrestling Wizard here and welcome to another video. Now I must admit, my heart rate has only just dropped after this weekend from the return of Bray Wyatt. I've only just got my voice back and the neighbours have left due to all the noise that I was making. It was an incredible moment and the beauty is we can look forward to the next shenanigans. So let's take a look at this week's Monday Night Raw.
Now it's safe to say after this week's episode of Monday Night Raw, there are still a million questions when it comes to Bray Wyatt. However, one thing has been confirmed. One big thing has been confirmed. We are going to see Bray Wyatt officially return to Smackdown this Friday night in New Orleans. And I'm absolutely pumped for it. I'm a kid in the candy store. The suspense and the anticipation leading up to this is killing me. However, it's going to be worth the wait. And the thought of, say, the cult leader version of Bray cutting a promo, an in-ring promo, gives me chills. It sends shivers down my spine. Like, think how cool that would be. Now, it hasn't been confirmed whether he's actually going to appear in person, like live at Smackdown. But looking at the WWE events website, he has been advertised as one of those making a live appearance. So that's quite exciting. That could lead somewhere. Now let's take a look at Raw. Now, if you've probably already seen this, but I'm just going to cover briefly what come up in regards to Bray. Not a lot was given away, to be honest with you. We had another QR code. I love the fact that we're getting these. We know the drill with these. You scan those, and it took you through to a jigsaw, which when you put all the pieces of the puzzle together, it formed the new Bray Wyatt logo. Genius from WWE. What a way to sell some merchandise. I fell for it because I definitely didn't just buy the new t-shirt and hoodie of the new Bray Wyatt logo. So thank you WWE for spending more of my money essentially on merchandise. Not that I've already got enough of that. But hey, this is Bray Wyatt and he's back. So I think it warrants it, right? And then in the background of that image, there was some letters, J, N, V, and fans had put together the fact that if you plug those into the alphabet, the order they appear, it then forms the number 10/14/22, which is the date of Smackdown. So that's how we know we're going to see him on Smackdown, and WWE has since confirmed that on their socials as well. So we're going to see Bray Wyatt at Smackdown, which is awesome. Now, there was also a very short, sharp and sweet dark promo, and again we saw this distorted figure, masked figure of Bray Wyatt, the same one that we saw revealed at Extreme Rules. There's a lot of questions surrounding this figure. We're going to go into way more detail with theories of how Bray could come back on Thursday. A really detailed video coming up there. But his dark promo was right to the point. This distorted voice just basically said, "I used to think that the prison inside my head was the only place I could truly be free." There's a lot of ways you could look at that, but I took it as, what if under the Vince McMahon regime, literally Bray's creative mind felt like he was in a prison and he couldn't express his true self and he couldn't get what he wanted to get across to us fans. In other words, he couldn't reveal what he truly wanted to reveal deep down, character-wise, booking-wise. And we kind of saw that. It's kind of obvious the way The Fiend was booked. That wasn't Bray Wyatt's first-round pick. That was Vince just getting his hands on the product and the character. And we won't get into that because we could just go down negative alley with that. I thought that was really cool. And then at the end, we heard him say, this distorted figure said, "Revel in what you are." Now we know Bray has referenced this in a tweet way back when, and of course this was in the background behind the announce table a few weeks ago when we had that whole build up to the White Rabbit situation. But that was repeated a lot. Revel in what you are. Is this going to be a new catchphrase from Bray? What does this mean? What does this lead to? So many questions. Now, it's also worth mentioning this masked figure, this guy that appeared on the television screen within the deserted Firefly Funhouse room. It was the same figure. And if we go back to Extreme Rules, that same figure mentioned who killed the world. And then he said, "You did." We mentioned this in our previous video, "Madam." Emphasizing the word madam. And then he said, "We did." So there's so many questions with this masked figure, like, is he aligned with anyone? The fact that he said, "We killed the world," like, "You did, madam." Is that a reference to Alexa Bliss? Like, it could be. Did Alexa Bliss destroy the Funhouse? Did Alexa Bliss open a whole new world that we're going to see moving forward? Like, there is a ridiculous amount of questions there. But also, we've got to look at the fact that Bray Wyatt is appearing on SmackDown. His first appearance on a major show, with the exception, obviously, his return at Extreme Rules. He hasn't been advertised or assigned to an official brand, so could he be flicking between SmackDown and Raw? If he is, that is going to affect and open up different storylines for different characters as well. If we look at this week's SmackDown alone, there's going to be so many questions surrounding Liv Morgan. Is Liv Morgan taking a dark twist because of Bray Wyatt? Is there an influence there? Of course, Braun Strowman's on SmackDown as well, although I don't think he's going to be directly linked with Bray. Could there be some form of reference or throwback there or link to Braun Strowman, potentially? The questions surrounding Bo Dallas, a lot of people speculating the fact that there's been reports behind the scenes that Bo Dallas is coming back to WWE. Is he going to come back on this week's episode of SmackDown? Will it be a following Raw? All the questions remain there. And of course, Alexa Bliss. Now, Alexa's not on SmackDown, she's on Raw. So could we then see Bray Wyatt appear on Raw and get some more answers there? We could literally go down more rabbit holes we don't want to go down, but I want to get your thoughts and opinions. Where do you think this is going to lead? Do you think we're going to see an in-ring promo from Bray? Do you think we're going to get some form of reveal? Or do you think they're going to keep building up the anticipation and the suspense throughout the next week? I don't mind if they do. And of course as well, we can't forget the fact that in the background of this distorted mask promo, again we saw that for a split second, that shadow, that silhouette of a rabbit, which I always think is similar to the art that we saw Kyle Scarborough put up on his social media, that demonic looking rabbit. Like, is that coming to WWE? Is that going to get brought to life? Like, there's a ridiculous amount of questions that we will go into in a lot of detail in Thursday's video. But thank you so much again for watching the video all the way through if you have. I'd be really appreciative if you can like the video. Even better, subscribe if you're new. And we'll see you in the next detailed Bray Wyatt theory video.